It's about 11 at night. You're lying in bed, the room's dark, and you're doing the thing you promised yourself you'd stop doing. You're scrolling, and there it is. Someone you went to school with, standing in a doorway, holding a set of keys. So proud to finally say, "We bought a house."
The information provided on this website is intended for educational and informational purposes only.
Hundreds of likes, and your stomach just drops. Because you're 31, you've got maybe 4 grand in savings. You're still renting, and somehow everyone your age seems to be miles ahead. You feel behind, not a little behind, like you missed a train that left years ago and nobody told you. Here's what I want to show you in the next few minutes. That feeling, it's real. But the story your brain is telling you about it is a lie. You're not reading your own life wrong. You're reading someone else's, and you're reading it from completely the wrong page. Let me show you what's actually happening, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Imagine everyone's life is a book. Your life is a book. Chloe's life, the one with the keys, is a book too. Every awkward year, every dumb money mistake, every bit of quiet help, every lucky break. It's all in there, chapter by chapter. But here's the thing about social media. You never get to read the whole book. You get one page, one photo, the single best moment, torn out and held up to the light. So you're sitting there in your chapter 2, still figuring it out, still renting, still learning the words, and you're comparing it to Chloe's chapter 9. The doorway, the keys, the win. You're not behind. You're comparing the messy middle of your story to the highlight of someone else's. And no one, not one single person, ever wins that comparison. So let's do something you're never allowed to do. Let's read Chloe's earlier chapters, the ones that didn't make the post. Chapter 3, Chloe had no idea what she was doing either. Chapter 4, she put money into something a mate swore was a sure thing and lost most of it. Chapter 5, her parents quietly went guarantor on the loan. That never gets mentioned. Chapter 6, 2 incomes, no kids, and a bonus that had nothing to do with being smart and everything to do with timing. None of that is in the photo. The photo is just the doorway and the keys. I'm not telling you this to take anything away from Chloe. Good on her. I'm telling you because the version of her you're measuring yourself against doesn't actually exist. You built her in your head out of one page. You gave her a perfect book. And then you felt like a failure for not matching a person who was never real. But maybe you're thinking, okay, forget Chloe. There's still an average, right? A number I'm supposed to hit by 30, and I'm under it. So let's talk about that number, because it's sneakier than it looks. Surveys of young Australians keep finding the same thing. Most feel worse off than their parents were, and a huge majority say money leaves them anxious. If nearly everyone feels behind, then behind isn't a real place on a map. It's just the weather. It's the water everyone's swimming in. And that tidy little timeline, house by 30, sorted by 40, it was written for a world with cheaper houses and a very different rule book. It's not a finish line you're losing. It's an old map for a country that doesn't exist anymore. By the way, if this is landing, do me a favor and hit subscribe. This whole channel is built for the quiet ones who feel behind, and it helps more people find it. Here's what feeling behind actually costs you. And it's not just a bad night's sleep. When you believe you've already lost, you do one of 2 things. You freeze, because what's the point of starting now? Or you panic and you make a rushed, risky move to catch up. A punt on something that promises to fix it all fast. Both come from the exact same lie, that you're late. Think of it as an anxiety tax. Every fortnight you spend feeling behind is a fortnight. You're too stressed to make one calm, boring, good decision, And calm, boring, good decisions repeated are the entire game. That's not a slogan, that's just how it works. So here's the reframe, and I want you to actually feel it. You're not late in someone else's story, you are early in your own. Chapter 2 isn't the bit where you failed, it's the bit right before it gets good, but only if you keep writing. So, what do you actually do with this? One thing. Tonight, close the app that shows you everyone's chapter 9 and open a note on your phone. You're going to write the first page of your own book, a scoreboard that only has one other player on it. You, last year. Write 3 numbers, what you've got saved, what you owe, what lands in your account each month. That's it. That's your chapter 1. It's not a photo for anyone else. No one ever sees it. It's just the honest starting line of the only race that was ever yours. And here's the quiet magic. In 3 months, you write it again. 6 months, again. Now the only person you're comparing yourself to is the you from last time. Not Chloe, not an average, not a stranger in a doorway, just past you, who I promise was doing a lot worse than you think. So let me be straight with you about what's fact and what's my opinion here. The fact, comparing yourself to other people's highlights makes you feel behind, and that feeling pushes you into freezing or into dumb, rushed money moves. That part isn't motivation. That's just how people work. My opinion, the most useful money skill you'll ever learn has nothing to do with shares or super. It's closing the app and quietly measuring yourself against no one but past you. You were never behind. You were just reading the wrong book. Put it down. Pick up yours. You're only on chapter 2, and it's your favorite character who's about to get good. I'm get sorted. If tonight you write those 3 numbers down, you've already started, one calm step at a time. I'll see you in the next one.
The information provided on this website is intended for educational and informational purposes only.